Kinetic Knitter. You can find me on Instagram at the Kinetic Knitter, on YouTube, the Kinetic Knitter, pretty much everywhere, the Kinetic Knitter. Okay, it has been several weeks since I've podcasted, maybe 6 or so. It's been a while, so I have a lot to share, a lot to show. So I'm going to probably run through things rather quickly for that reason, so that this isn't the longest episode ever recorded in history. Yeah, I have a shop update coming this Sunday, June 30th, 2024 at 7 p.m. Central, and I will share some of those yarns coming to the shop at the end of the update. I don't tend to sell out completely, so if you're watching this after the date of the shop update, you can still get your hands on some of the yarn probably. So stay tuned for that at the end. And then first, I'm just gonna quickly start with what I'm wearing. I'm not wearing anything on top that is handmade, but I am wearing some cozy socks because it's air conditioned in my home and that means it's cold. So on my feet are the Hawkins Socks. They're very cozy. They're by Bronske of Denim and Rain. Let's see, I'll show you the other one too. So they're just like a nice sporty, like athletic looking sock, but I made them with just some commercial yarn that I got at Michael's. I don't even remember what it's called anymore because I made these a year or two ago. I test knit them for her. And they're worsted weight, so they work up super quickly. Highly recommend this pattern if you're looking for cozy wool socks to wear, like I said, in the air conditioning or in the winter. They're great for around the house or in boots. So yeah, I love them. Very comfy. Like I said, very fast to work up. So that's all I have for finished objects that I'm wearing, but I do have one finished object that's knit, and I don't have it here to show you. It's a pair of vanilla socks, and I made them for someone, and I've already gifted them to her, so I can't show them to you physically here, but I can put a picture in somewhere up here, and you can see them there. So I didn't really follow a pattern. I used Farmer's Daughter fibers. Oh my gosh, I forgot to grab the tag. So I will put it in the down bar. I shared the yarn. It was from their monthly subscription. And I shared that yarn in a previous episode. So I will put those details down below as far as the colorway. I don't know that you would be able to get it now since it was for the monthly sock subscription, but it was a really beautiful sagey green main color, and I used like a rusty brownish red for the toes and heels, so you will see that in the photo. That's my only finished knit object, but I have been super in my creative mood lately. So I ordered a kit recently from a company that came up in my, what do you call it, my Instagram feed, and it's called Hello Bargallo or Bargallo, I don't know how to say it, and it's the Heartbreaker Bargallo Wristlet bag. And here is the pamphlet it came with. So Brett Barra or Barra is the creator of Hello Bargallo. So that's what I made, and I will show it to you. I know I grabbed it and I'm afraid that my cat is sitting on it. Here it is. Okay, so it's a canvas project, you know, the canvas where you just kind of embroider it or sew it. And I didn't do a great job, so don't look too closely at my errors at the bottom. I actually ran out of the yarn. It's what's it called, tapestry yarn that it came with. The black I ran out of, but I think it's because I wasn't stitching in the way that you're supposed to. I feel like I was just going all over the place wherever my heart desired, so I probably didn't make the best use of the yarn to get the most yardage out of it. But it came with this strap, and you sew this little piece together. It's made with canvas as well, and put the strap through it, and then it's got you stitch over this, I don't know what you would call this, but it's like a squishy, it just snaps open and shut on its own. There's no actual buckle, it just shuts itself. So it's just like a really nice little wrist wallet that you can carry around if you just need something small. And I probably could have swapped out the yarn colors for something else, but these are so bright and fun and summery feeling, so I used the kit colors. This is not sponsored at all. It was just something I saw and thought I would try out. So if you're looking for a fun project that only takes a few days, highly recommend. They had a lot of other options for different types of projects. And you can see a few things, not many on the back here. So you can check out their site. It's hellobargallo.com and see if there's anything else that you might like to make from their stuff. But it comes with, I don't want to give you all the details, but it comes with like a manual of like how to make it in here with all the instructions and nice helpful pictures. Sorry, I went really fast through that because it is something you pay for, so I didn't want to give away all the details. But yeah, highly recommend if you're looking for a crafty project that isn't knitting or crocheting. And then I thought I brought it up. I must not have. I'll be right back. Okay, I also saw this in my Instagram ads. Instagram is doing a good job of speaking to me, but I ordered a kit from Sculpd. And it was to make your own hand pottery, and then they give you the paints to paint it, and then you can make a candle out of it. So some of the stuff that came in mine, were some beautiful acrylic paints, the clay, the candle wax, some scent to use with the candles, the wick, all the stuff you need, and then like this glaze for the actual candle when you're finished. So I will show you, again, not sponsored, just saw an ad and bought it and thought I would share it. I will preface this with, I am not a sculptor by hand anyway. I took pottery and threw on a wheel in high school and I really enjoyed that. But this was a lot harder than I anticipated it being. So I made this candle and painted it, but it is not great. I don't know. It's kind of embarrassing, to be honest. And then I don't think I got my candle wax flat enough on top because it only burnt in the middle there. So pro tip, make sure that your candle wax is even. You probably need a second pour to even it out. And I really just did one pour because I was too lazy and really excited to get it finished. So that's my sad little endeavor into pot making, candle making. But I thought I would share it because it was one of my finished objects. And that's all my finished objects for today. Sorry I'm out of breath. I ran all the way down my stairs to get that box, the Sculpd box, to be able to show you what I was talking about. Okay, so now I will go into whips. Let's see, the first one I'll show you, you've seen before. It is the Broom Sweater by Andrea Mowry. And I am so close to finishing, you all. I am just on the cuff of the second sleeve. So I wish I had it to wear and show you today, but alas, I didn't get it done. So here we are. It's so close to being done. Up close. So it's got a really wide turtleneck so it doesn't hug your neck too much. And it's made out of Suri DK or brush Suri alpaca DK. So it gives this really lovely texture. And I may or may not carry the base in the shop. I talked about this on a previous episode. If you have or have not seen that episode, I'm not sure, but the yarn itself is fairly expensive. So it's not going to be the cheapest to purchase, but I will have a couple of skeins in my upcoming update. for you to check out if it's something you'd like to try before investing in a full sweaters quantity, and I may or may not carry it in the shop. But many people have said they would love to see it in the shop, so I might. So hopefully next episode I'll have finished that second sleeve and I'll be able to show that to you. Also gonna take a sip of my Clearly Canadian. And if you're a 90s, early 2000s kid like me, maybe you used to drink this. I used to get it every day in high school. I would go to the lunch line and get this at breakfast or lunch. And it's so good, and I'm so happy it's back. This is the country raspberry flavor, which was my ultimate favorite back then. Yes, I am that old that in high school it was year 1999, 2000 for me. Okay, next whip that I have is one you've also seen. It is the Juno top. And let's see, this pattern, did I say that the Broom Sweater is by Andrea Mowry? I think I did. The Juno top is by Ines Oliveira, and I am using Knitting for Olive Cotton Merino for this. And this is the body, and I've just started the darts. I've only done a few, so you can't even see them right now. But the bust darts are done using short row shaping, and I think I've already messed up, so this is on timeout while I work on a different project and figure out what I did wrong. I'll show you the ball of yarn that I'm using. I'm doing the tank top version. There's a few versions. There's the strapless version. There's an off the shoulder, like kind of longer sleeve version. So it just depends on what you're into, but it is more fitted. And so I would like to wear it with some high-waisted jeans. And so here's the yarn, Knitting for Olive Cotton Merino in Terracotta Rose. Okay. And then 2 more whips. This next one is very special. It is I had the label and I lost it. Maybe my cat's laying on that. It's hard to say. But it is knit out of Wandering Flocks lino base, something lino. It's an alpaca, cotton, linen, maybe wool blend. There's 3 or 4 fibers in it, but it feels very cotton-like. And I am knitting a new pattern that is yet to come out. It's in testing right now for Park Williams of Park Knit. I'll put all the information below, including the name of this colorway, since I don't know where the label went. But here it is. It's a bottom-up tank, and it's lace all over lace, but it's just a 4-row repeat or 4-round repeat. So I am cruising through. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. It's very pretty lace motif, and I think once I block it and it all opens up, it'll be really beautiful. Again, I would like to wear this over some high-waisted jeans. I have some light colored jeans I think this would look good for that are high-waisted or good with, and they're high-waisted and they have wide, big legs, and I just think it would be such a cute, hippy-dippy little summer evening outfit. So I'm excited for that. The test knit is due next month, so I've got to kind of cruise through this and get it done so I can provide my feedback, and then I'll share some finished object photos once it's done, and then hopefully the pattern will be ready for release and you can grab a copy for yourself. I also got more yarn to make that, which I'll show in my acquisitions. I might make a second one in a smaller size so it's even more fitted in a red, so I'll show you that shortly. Because the last whip that I have to share with you is a crochet project. And it's called the Runa C2C blanket, and it is by Pretty Peaceful on YouTube, and then her actual name is Susan Kennedy, and she has the most helpful step-by-step, literally every step of making the blanket. She's got YouTube videos to show you. So I don't even know if you need to buy the pattern. You could just go to the YouTube tutorials, but I did buy the pattern to support the artist. And I picked out a very warm palette of various yarns. So like this is a paint box red. This one is Basic Stitch by Lion Brand. I'm not going to tell you all the color names because I don't have all the labels anymore, but this is just like a cream and loops and threads. So anyway, here is where I'm at right now. I don't want to mess up my loop, and everything's very connected. I will say the one downside to this project is you don't cut your yarn, so you don't have a million ends to weave in, but that means it's kind of messy. But here's where I am so far. And she kind of gives you a guide of colors to use. So this is like the bottom corner, and it's crocheted in 6 different rectangles, and then you seam all those rectangles together to get this really cool pattern, which I'll pop a picture of here so you can see it, because obviously I don't even have one full rectangle done, but maybe in the next episode I will, and you can see it in that palette that I'm doing. I kind of wish I would have planned the colors a little differently. I thought I had them planned in this like gradient form that I liked, but once I started going, I realized that I did not color plan properly. So make sure you take the time when you do it to color plan, because I have all my neutrals kind of in the middle, and I just wanted it to go from light to dark. So I kind of messed it up, but that's okay. I think it'll still be really pretty once all 6 panels are done and seamed together, and you get this kind of, it's almost Aztec-y. I don't know how to describe the pattern, but you'll see the picture. I don't know why I'm even trying. Yeah, those are all my whips. So flying on to the next segment, and I'm gonna talk about my yarn acquisitions, and then we'll do shop update. This is going faster than I thought. We're only at 18 minutes, so. Okay, yarn acquisitions. The first one is the red I was talking about I got for that test knit. Would go great with my glasses. These are new, by the way, and they're like progressive. So out the top, I see differently than out the bottom, and it's a lot for me to get used to. Usually I just use readers, but getting older, so my vision isn't great. So anyway, this is Lamana Perla. Probably am not saying any of that right. It's a 50-gram ball, 115 meters, made with silk, baby alpaca, and Pima cotton. And yeah, so it is color 15. That's all it says. But yeah, I got 3 balls of it to make another tank, so that it's more fitted. And I just think this is such a great red. I love reds on me. I have very pale skin, and somehow red works with my dark hair. I don't know, brown eyes. I'm not sure what it is, but red is a good color for me. And then my other yarn acquisition, I want to preface this with, it is part of the Farmer's Daughter Fibers monthly sock club. So if you're in that club, it's called Sock Squad Club. Don't look, and I'll tell you when you can come back, because I don't want to ruin a surprise for anyone. But this is the July 2024 on their Bighorn sock, and the colorway is I ride my bike, I roller skate in. So it's a sock set. Very pretty. Just came in the mail yesterday. And I need to sneeze. I just ran out of video storage, so bear with me. I hope it doesn't happen again. Anyway, I was talking about this yarn from Farmer's Daughter Fibers. So you can look again if you don't want to know what the colorway was, if you haven't received yours for Sock Squad in July. Okay, I'm gonna speed through my shop update stuff, so I hopefully don't run out of storage again. Okay, I have a new, sorry for all the sniffles, allergies, I have a new base coming to the shop. I've been waiting a long time to debut this because it's a non-superwash sock base that I'm bringing to the shop. I really just love to dye sock yarn. It is my favorite of all the types of yarn to dye. So I don't know where I should be looking. I think I looked at the wrong spot. Anyhow, this is my colorway Chameleon, and this is on my new non-superwash sock base, and it is a 20% superfine non-superwash merino, or 80% of that, and then 20% recycled nylon. So it's also recycled, which is awesome. And I will have some skeins of this coming on Sunday, as well as some skeins of, or some sock sets in the Poppy and Sage colorway. I offered this on superwash a while back and people really loved it, so I dyed it on non-superwash sock. So if you're into that color combo, it's a little lighter than it was on the superwash, but it's gorgeous. I love this combo. It makes for some really cute socks. Okay, next up we have a newer colorway I'm calling Summer Sangria on Twisted Sock. I only dyed one pan just to gauge some interest if people are into it or not, but it's this super bright red, like a poppy red, and then it's got all these speckles that mix together with like hot pink, orange, yellow, and they all just kind of blended into this really pretty hue. So just the center of the skein is dyed, so there's one solid stripe of this bright red, and then the rest on either end is this speckling pattern. So that's a really fun summery color if you're looking for something like that. I also, here's two skeins of that Alpaca DK on the color I am making my broom sweater with. It's a lot like Honey Bear, if you've seen that color of mine before, but a little more caramel toned. And then I'll have some super bulky or mega bulky in a new base that I have yet to name. And this is a one-of-a-kind pinkish purplish color. It's very pastel and would be beautiful in a winter hat or some kind of cowl. I also have the colorway Smoke on that same base, and it's a non-superwash base, I should add. So it's got black and gray and this mauvey pink, and then some of the black actually bleeds into this like very neutral earthy brown color. So it's very, very cool hues. Some of the black also turns almost, it leans a little blue. So very fun colors. And you could probably do something with them together if you wanted to, because of some of the hues that are shared between the two base or skeins. Okay, flying through this, flying through this. Let's see, I have this new colorway on Plush Sock, which is my 8515 sock yarn, and this one is called Spectacular. It's dyed the same way as Summer Sangria was, and you can get a better idea of it here, where the middle stripe has a more solid tone and the outer ends have the speckling. So this has got like some blue and chartreuse and green speckles with the purple in the middle. It's just a really fun color. So in the skein, you kind of get an idea of how it looks. And then I'll have some random offshoots of other new bases I'm trying. This is, gosh, I think this is a bulky weight, but it's a blown yarn. This is again in a caramel tone, very similar to the one I'm making my broom sweater in. And let's see, what else do I have in here? This was a base I was testing. This is considered a worsted weight, but to me it looks more DK. It's like a 2-ply. And this is Tiger's Eye in that base. Like I said, I'll have a few one-of-a-kinds. Like this one I think I have 2 of. It's DK, my Merino DK, which is 100% superwash Merino in this color. And let me switch to my other box so you can see the rest of what's coming to the update. I'm rushing, I'm sorry. Okay, here is Birch Tree on Twisted Sock. I'm just gonna speed through these. This is, okay, I was talking about Jukebox on Plush Sock, lots of purples and burgundies. in that one. I'll have a couple of skeins of Cool Cat on Twisted Sock, which would go really well with Birch Tree. Let's see, I'll have a few skeins of Serendipitous on Twisted Sock, which is like a soft, muted, dusty pink with some browns and some mauves in it. I will have Sailor on Twisted Sock, which is a nice like robin's egg tealy blue color with some brown and gold speckles. This is a new colorway on Plush Sock called Fairy Wings, blues and purples mainly. And let's see, then I have some 1 or 2 skein one-offs called in the colorway Serene and Speckled Spruce on single ply DK. So this is Serene, this is Speckled Spruce. I have some skeins of Fairy Tale on Twisted Sock. I lost the recipe for the original color, which was Take a Hike, and I tried to recreate it here, but because it's not exact, I am calling it Wilderness. Very similar name. It's a sagey green with some golden brown speckles. Those are on Twisted Sock. I have a newer color that I will have a couple of DK weight sock sets in my Plush DK base. It's called Spring Fever with this mauve mini, 20 grams of DK, and this is Plush Sock in the same colorway. I will have some on Twisted Sock as well. And what else? I've got a few skeins of Sugar Cookies here on Plush Sock and one overflow skein on mohair. If you've been looking for a mohair for a hat or something like that, that's in Sugar Cookies. I've got a mohair and a Suri True Lace of Crowd Pleaser, which is also overflow. Like I said, great for holding it in a shawl, a cowl, or a hat. Let's see, one little skein of Cruel Summer on Twisted Sock, which is maybe my favorite colorway for the summer. I developed that last year. And then let's see, what else do I have here that you haven't seen? Pardon me. Okay, this is Storm on Merino Sock, which is 100% superwash merino. It's a dusty pale lavender. It looks kind of brown on screen, but it is a purple leaning. And then this is a single skein of Mystique on Twisted Sock. And this is again from Overflow from another order. That's why I have a lot of one-offs, because of wholesale or custom sweater quantity requests. And this is a new colorway I am calling Daydream. It's on Twisted Sock and it comes in sock sets only. It is like a pinky mauve color with some purple, blue, orange, salmon colored speckles, the same color as the mini. Okay, I think that is everything. Oh, maybe I have one. Oh, I have a Sugar Cookies on mohair too. Maybe I have 2 of those. And oh, one more. I also have Love Buzz on mohair coming. So that's everything. I'm gonna quit now so I don't run out of storage again. I hope you're all having a great week, month, crafty summer, enjoying everything. I'm gonna save any books and shows I'm watching for the next episode since I am low on storage. I hope you're doing well. All the information you need should be in the down bar below, but if there's something I miss, feel free to let me know and I will be happy to share it. I will talk to you later and happy crafting.